Hey, good Monday morning. Here it is, Carolyne Rodrigues, noon, doing my regular Facebook Live. I'm just gonna go and tag a few friends and see who's gonna jump on. So if you are jumping on, tell me where you're calling in from. Tell me what's happening in your neighborhood. I'm so excited to be here. And I know many of you who tune in regularly to my live, and I just want to say how much I appreciate it. So here I am in beautiful Florida. Yes, I'm still here. So if you're coming on, say hello, Carolyne Rodrigues, here I am. Okay, so hang on, let me get rid of that. Hi Casey, nice to see you. Christine Doyle, Cindy Jacqueline, Waterford, Canada. Oh, what? It's snowing. Okay, I'm just gonna give you guys a little tour of my backyard just so you can see. I don't know if you can sort of see it. Yep, there it is. Where's the hangout? Okay, can't quite see it. Well, you can't quite see it, but anyway, this is where I hang out and, you know, kind of eat. The fan's going. It's actually a very beautiful day here. Barbara Courtney, nice to see you. Happy birthday for yesterday, Barbara. I hope you had fun. Hey, Cheryl, nice to see you. So guys, as you're tuning in, just give me a thumbs up emoji. I know it's snowing up north, but I'm just sending you some of this beautiful sunshine that I'm sending right to your heart. All right, so let's just check in. How many of you saw the title of my Facebook Live? Hey, Jack, nice to see you. Anybody see the title? Type it in the whatever chat. It said, how to develop a Tiger Woods winning mindset, right? And I'm sorry I'm sending you some more, Casey. How to develop a Tiger Woods winning mindset. So some of you may say, I don't think some of you will say this, who's Tiger Woods, right? I think everybody knows who Tiger Woods is. Hey, Barbie Lee. Hi, Gwen. Nice to see you here. So, yeah. Tiger Woods. Yes, everybody knows who he is, right? And what does that mean, having a winning mindset? And why do you need a winning mindset? Why do you need that, right? Well, for any of you who watched the Masters tournament this weekend, just give me a thumbs up if that was you. I don't know if there's any golfers on this, on the channel today. The Masters takes place in Augusta, Florida. It's one of the major tournaments on the professional golf tour. And in fact, it's a really big deal when people, win the Masters. Getting that green jacket's a big deal. Sorry, I just have some notes here I wanted to refer to. And so if you saw the tournament this weekend, it was a historical win for Tiger Woods. And some of you may say, well, he's Tiger Woods. Of course he's going to win. Well, I want to just share some stats with you. In December 2017, Tiger Woods was ranked number 1,199 in the global golf world, professional world of golfers. And at one time he was number 1, right? So what happened? How did he fall from the top of the heap down to 1,000 and whatever? Well, some of you may know his journey, injuries, 3 back surgeries, so where he could, I think it was 3 or 4 back surgeries where he could hardly walk, he couldn't stand, he couldn't sit, he couldn't lay down, he really couldn't do much of anything. And I think at that point in his mind, I mean, the stories that I've read, the articles I've read, was he basically thought his golf career was over. I mean, no sympathy for the guy. He's made millions and millions of dollars. However, there's a few other things that happened to him that caused him to have that fall from grace, and I'll get to the reason why I'm sharing all of this with you guys. So he married a beautiful girl, he had 2 kids, he got divorced because he did some nasty things, right? Hung around with some people he shouldn't have hung around with. Drug addiction for all of his injuries. Bad publicity. Some of you may have seen some of the things that went on in his personal life, right? A sense of arrogance that he was untouchable, he could do anything and get away with it. And some of these things caused him to, to tumble, not just in his ranking in the golf world, but in life, right? So life circumstances happened to this man who thought he was untouchable, right? And I think when people look and say Tiger Woods, geez, no one would have ever predicted that he would have such a fall from grace, so to speak. So I was thinking about and reflecting on it this weekend. What are the lessons? So what are some of the lessons? Because at one time, he was defined by these attributes. I'm just going to read them off. He had conviction. He had belief. He worked really hard. So he had an amazing work ethic. He was disciplined. He was focused, right? And I think it was all wrapped up, I said it, in belief. All those things took him to number one. And he's been golfing from like a little wee young lad, right? So he still, though, had some life lessons to learn, right? And the traits that I talked about, focus. So perhaps he lost his focus. Perhaps he forgot what it was that took him there. Perhaps distractions caused him to fall from grace, right? Anybody ever have that? Yeah, injuries. So some of you may be wondering, okay, why do I need a winning mindset? So if there's something that you're pursuing, whether it's a goal physically, whether it's a goal mentally, whether it's a project, whether it's a financial goal, I'm going to say that one thing, and just I'd love to hear your comments on as I'm going along, because it's kind of hard to have an interactive kind of conversation with you guys, right? So one of the things I read is that his belief in being able to come back and be number one, his belief never wavered. Sorry guys, there's a bit of pollen in the air here or something. So he never gave up that he could be and win a golf tournament again, that he could chase down Jack Nicklaus's record. And hey, you guys, as you're coming on, just say hello, tell me where you're coming in from. So what happened? Cindy, hey Cindy, how are you? I know I already said, I love saying hi to Cindy because she's a champion, and I think a lot of what Cindy has achieved here has to do with what I'm saying. So Tiger, what did he do? He came back. He did the work, right? He did the stuff the public doesn't see. Daily, grueling workouts to rehab his body when he couldn't sit, he couldn't stand, he couldn't lay down, right? Ice baths. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I could jump into a tub of ice, right? He did drug rehab. He did mindset coaching, right? So he did things to get him back into the golf game. Hey, beautiful Anne Bethune. I know, I have these squirrel moments. He did things to get back into the golf game, and when he was able to golf again, he wasn't winning those majors, but he was golfing again, right? He was that belief allowed him to keep going and do these things. So what does all of this stuff about Tiger Woods have to do with you and me? Well, I think, truth be told, you guys, I'm just gonna lay it out here. I've been in my current business for 15 years, and for the first 10 years, I did all those things that I talked about. I was focused, I was disciplined, I had clarity, I had sort of the blinder type of, I didn't have distractions. I went to work, I was working full-time as a flight attendant, and then I came home and I worked my business part-time because I had a belief that this profession could take and help somebody who was, I'll say it. I'm an ordinary person, but I have extraordinary beliefs. I have extraordinary convictions, and I learned the skills along the way to create that winning mindset. So, hey Rose and Anne, I love it. Thank you. I love it. I know. Everybody loves Tiger's comeback, right? So, truth be told, as I said, business was in great momentum and growing, and then it sort of plateaued. And I kind of took my eye off the ball. It was like, oh, well, that was a great ride. I'm just going to enjoy what I have now. I love the excuses to come into my life about what I have is fine. I don't need more. I'm just going to help the people who I brought in and the people that they brought in. And, just be happy with what you have, Carolyne. Stop seeking more. And I'm like, no. So when I saw Tiger's comeback, I'm like, okay, Carolyne, go. What are the lessons that you learned from Tiger, right? Regain his focus. So I'm going to give them to you in a step-by-step thing. So yeah, I took my eye off the ball. I wasn't totally focused. I was sort of plugged in. I was sort of doing the do, right? So I wore this t-shirt for you guys. How do you like it? Give me a thumbs up. I just came back from my workout because I was falling into excuse mode about, oh, my mom's here. It's the end of my stay in Florida. I can just take it easy. You don't need to go to the gym. Go when you go back home and just enjoy life. And I'm like, what does that mean, just enjoy life? Part of my enjoyment of life comes from having a body that's healthy and fit and in shape, right? You don't get these muscles from just sitting around, right? I know it's backwards. So I put this shirt on for you because I was gifted this shirt for completing what our company calls the Isobody Challenge. And I know it's kind of backwards. So it's what does it say? Setting goals is easy. And it was showing up backwards on my camera. Setting goals is easy. Dedication is how you complete it. And then I'm going to turn around the back, right? Start, complete, repeat. So I went back and I started thinking, what did I do all those many years ago that took my business into that, growing ascent level? So I just wanted to share with you guys really quickly 5 things that I got from seeing Tiger Woods come back and become the champion that he always believed he was and never lost. He just had to redo some things, relearn some things, starting with gratitude. I never ever heard Tiger Woods talk about gratitude, right? And humility and being more in touch with people, right? Yeah, like come down off your throne. You're a person. You're a human being, first and foremost. So he got refocused, number 1. He cut out the distractions. He did all the work he needed to do to get back in shape. He set goals. So guess what? One of his goals was to win a major, and he never lost faith or belief that he could get another green jacket. So I'm setting my 3-month goal, right? For this, for my body, and my business, right? Having clarity around why you're doing what you're doing. His clarity was to show his kids a different kind of work ethic and that they could have whatever they wanted, right? So why are you doing what you're doing? Whatever it is that you've taken on. And the why has to come before the what, right? The reason has to come before the action. And then reaffirm my beliefs that it's possible, that the things that I achieved 5 years ago are possible now, right? Why? Because it's that belief, it's that feeling, it's that just that knowing that in here, if I did it once, I can do it again, because I know how to do it over and over again. So I just want to, I'm coming up to 15 minutes here, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. Go and read the stories about Tiger. Go and read the things that he has had to overcome in order to, ascend to and win another green jacket. Because at 43, you guys, he was competing against men who are half his age and in better shape physically, well, maybe not mentally, physically, and their younger bodies, right? But you can have that too, whatever you decide. When you believe, and I've heard it say, ask and it is given. And with a grateful heart, you too can achieve anything you want. So that's my magical Monday thoughts for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you're listening to this in replay time, please #replay. And if you find this valuable, and you're part of a group, and you're sharing some of the things that have helped you, feel free to share this live with your people, because I'm here to, to not just to inspire the people who are tuning in, mostly to inspire myself, right? To get back in action. So I'm going to give you a view of my backyard one more time for those of you who, yeah, Judy, this is for you. Yeah, Judy. For those of you who are like, oh my God, it's freezing. So enjoy it wherever you are. Be grateful for what you have. And gosh, more is coming your way. So happy Magical Monday, you guys. And I look forward to seeing you next Monday. Ciao. Make it a good week.